triggering the crisis that we currently experiencing in the country. You don't just Sunday alone. Many people across the country, they're speaking in such a way that does not promote peace. Governors have spoken in such a way of peace. Politicians generally, they speak in this manner that you realize that they are working against the peaceful coexistence of Nigeria. Like I said earlier on, we already have the fourth line in the country. And what we have to do is to keep cementing this fourth line to ensure that we do not allow them to degenerate into crisis. Because little thing could trigger crisis in the country. What you saw in Shasha over the weekend was just supposed to be from the accounts that we have gotten, was just supposed to be two artisans who engaged in the fight. One stabbed, the other eventually died. And of course, what we saw the following day was the crisis escalated. And everybody fighting, everybody, if for all fight and market being burnt and all of that. So it's supposed to just be a little, two people engaging in a fight, because it was not said, it's not been proved yet that crisis was as a result of some ethnic or religious confrontation. That has not been stated yet. So for that very reason, it was able to snowball into the level it got, because some seed of discord have been sowed previously by some people who are not working in the interest of full coexistence. What we have to keep doing, we have to keep promoting peace among everybody. We have to keep promoting love. And for as long as we don't do this, little issues like this will trigger more crisis. And sometimes, but next time it might just be more than this, that you have some kind of crisis that you might not be able to contain. I just think this will be the last that we are going to have with regards to issues like this for now.
Okay, that's interesting, because let's take on one more story very quickly with you before I do let you go now. But it's interesting that the World Trade Organization just confirmed Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the DG of the organization. Attendance starts from the 1st of March 2021. This was a long wait, wasn't it?
Well, congratulations first of all to our own Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. We know she's number one in many fronts, and she's also number one with this as the first African, as the first female. And we also are confident of the fact that she's going to do well in that position. She has done it before, over and over, as Minister of Finance, as Minister of Foreign Affairs in Nigeria, as World Bank Chief and all that. She's been very, very effective, efficient, and we know she can still reenact those good and excellent performances, which we always identify with her. It's also good that she has to emerge out of a unanimous decision, because the other candidates eventually stepped down. Somebody will want to say that is one of the benefits of Trump leaving office, but whatever it is good that we have Okonjo-Iweala as the DG of WTO. We also are expecting that Nigeria can tap from this, whichever way we have to. But before we can get more, we can actually tap more from this, we have to talk about the diversifying economy. We can't be a mono economy and expect to be a global player. So maybe by the time we diversify our economy, we will be able to take advantage of some of these kind of positions which Nigeria are holding. Already, we are leading Africa in the African Development Bank with Akemi Additional there, with World Trade Organization. We're also there. We just hope we can start from the benefits that come with Nigeria and setting some of these very key positions.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Desmond Wotem, for your time on the show today. There's so much to say, but let's let you be and catch up with the rest of your day. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Femi.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's keep up with you now. The roundtable is still on, very much open to conversations with you. What are your thoughts with regards to some of these stories? The presidency did react to the situation of what they described as ethnic violence, ethnic flames of ethnicity brewing across the country, if I may say, not just brewing, just flaming up across the country. That's the situation. And of course, I just did confirm for you that Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has been confirmed the Director General of the World Trade Organization. She becomes the first female and black lady to lead at this time. Her tenure begins from the 1st of March now. All right, let's check in with you. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Family.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
This is Marty from Zuba.
Okay, good to have you on the show. Talk to me.
The issue of Lekki gauge. I don't think any responsible Nigeria will ask government of Lagos to fold their hand again and kept quiet for destruction and looting of those that are claiming that they are protesting peacefully. After the NSAS protest, I have told many people that it's not a peaceful protest. I did not see it as a peaceful protest. Yesterday, I was watching the pictures on television. One of them, among those that were arrested, was tearing his clothes by himself so that he claimed that it is the police that brutalized them. They are just criminal. They are not protected.
But you do know that a criminal is somebody who has now gone through the law and been criminalized. All right, but that doesn't count, by the way. You really need to have been turned around by the law and found guilty to be called the criminal in this case. Yeah? Okay. All right. Well, welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Turn down the volume a little bit, okay? Let's talk. Turn down the volume of your radio a little bit.
All right, I've moved away from there.
Oh, great. I'm with you.
Now, what is the slogan of the protest? NSAS protest. Am I right?
Yes.
The question I want to ask, do we still have SACs in this country? And what are they ending? Because there are some things you do. People that are supposed to back you up, they will look that you have offended the law. What are you ending? You came up with answers. The government of the day ended it. And almost 4 months now, you see, come back again, say you want to end the thing that have already ended. Why are we like this?
So, but then there's also the argument about the fact that from that very protest, there was a lot of fallout, including there was the looting, there was also the panel, and now the panel that was created following that protest is starting to round up and say, let's just go with life, as if that moment did not happen. So, I mean, would you still say it's unconnected?
What I mean now, they should change that name.
They should change the name.
They should change.
All right. That's interesting. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time. All right. Interesting thoughts. Change the name. Change whatsoever they're all yabbing about. Welcome to the show.
Family, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Muslima is my name.
Welcome, Muslima.
And I carefully listen to the analyst good enough. He has spoken very well. But I'll say this. He said, he talked about statements of offenses and what have you. But I'll clearly tell you, nobody has the right to ask anybody to move, to live anywhere. Are you there?
Yes, I'm listening. I'm listening.
But at the same time, nobody has the monopoly of violence. You say this again, nobody. People don't have monopoly of violence. People every day. So it's like that. Nobody has the right to ask people to live anywhere. But I said nobody has the monopoly of electricity. Well, you might be. It's the truth. So those guys who go about killing people every day, they should stop it. So can live in peace together in Nigeria.
All right. Okay. Interesting thoughts from you. Thank you so much, Osilama, for checking in. Let's talk now. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you, dear friend.
My name is Salasi.
Welcome. Let's talk now, Salasi.
I want to say congratulations to Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, at least the first female black, from Africa. I want to say congratulations to her, and I say, may God uplift her the more. That is my take. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right. Thank you as well. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
This is Kenneth calling from Masaka.
All right, Kenneth, welcome.
I want to first of all congratulate our dear Abu Okonjo-Iweala for making it to be the DG of World Trade Organization. I do believe it is her legacy that took her in that very position, and this is what we are praying for. It's not this corruption and all whatnot going on in our country. Coming back to that
Tollgate issue. I think the protest that was carried out of recent was not of that of SACS. They said since the report has not been given us, they have not discussed concerning the frozen of the account and whatnot, that the tollgate should not be open. And that was why they went back for that protest. And I want to say that this government of today, they should remember that when Goodluck was in power, the same government came and protested. Nothing happened. There was nothing they did not say call Goodluck. They even called Goodluck Ebola then, and nothing ever did not fall. So ignored everything. But today, the same government said if you make such a statement, it's a hate speech, and people should not protest. And if Nigeria cannot protest, how do we now show our grievances? So government of these days, okay, look at the social media. They said they want to stop it. And the same people who are in government use the same social media to remove Goodluck from power. So this is not country we are looking for. We want a nation that will take us to the glorious land, to the promised land. I believe that God will help us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's check it with this the call now. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Femidi Amele.
Welcome, sir. How are you today? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, the story that the data rejected turned out to be the cornerstone.
Ha ha ha.
That's it now. We reject our own. And the word that's speaking as number one. Congratulations to her. That's just my take. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chima. Thank you as well. Welcome to the show today.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, this is Obiora calling.
Obiora, good to have you on the show.
Yes, too. Congratulations to our own Ada Ugwashuku, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Yes, we thank God for her and we pray that she will do well. So concerning the Lekki issue, it's just a protest which in a normal society, in a people that are civilized, such a thing took place when the citizens feel that there is injustice, a lot of injustice that is happening in Nigeria. And that is why these youth come out to protest for bad governance and all that, for the killing and everything that is going on. This is all about the protest. So for anyone to come and say they are criminal, I think that person is the most criminal.
Easy. No, we don't do that. We don't go ahead and start abuse banter. Yeah, we don't do that. All right, let's move on. We've got a few more minutes to go. Few more minutes before we round off on this. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Femi D.
How are you today?
Casey from Lifecam.
Welcome, Casey.
Yes, nice having you on the block today.
No wahala. Let's talk.
Yes, we're happy to have you. NSAS. Has SARS really ended? Because I know that their human fugitive detention camp along the Asokoro from one, and it is fully, it's still active. So
have you been there? How do you know it's fully active?
Journalists, let us show you.
No, you are stating. You are stating. So I'm asking.
Now, you see, it's operational. The structures are there. See, I don't know why we fell cheap for that deception. That's by the way. The protest that took place in Lagos is that the RES, RES, is about being destroyed. A matter is pending before a tribunal that have the status of a court of competent jurisdiction, and the matter is not resolved, and you are letting go the main exhibit of the conflict. So that is why people took to the street. And we must find a way to condemn this idea of nobody should protest for all and sundry reasons. It is condemnable. Lastly, we congratulate Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala for making this feat. That is the way to go. Nobody should issue quick notice, so I beg Nigerians, but they should stop killing people. Femi D, you came into Abuja, you went and sought for an apartment, you paid for it, you continue to renew the rent. If you are living in your own place, you subscribe to buy the land and you built it. You didn't just land into any central place in central area and say you must stay there.
Even though it's called central area, right?
FCTA and the development control would have come with bulldozers to chop you off. And I know that in this Abuja, they have demolished houses that people have died in the protest. So when people say you can't issue quick notice, when we have severally issued people quick notices in FCT, where is the usual new market that used to be? People were there trading, Nigerians, they were chalked off. Let us not continue to play hide and seek with ourselves in this context.
Okay, great comments from you. Meanwhile, I have news coming in that says Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has directed the State Commissioner of Police Akeem Odumosu to institute an investigation into the harassment of some protesters who were arrested during last Saturday's botched protest at the Lekki toll gate. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Motosho, disclosed these on Monday at a media party organized by the management of Lekki Concession Company (LCC) to clear the air now on some controversial reports in the media that did hold in the GRA Lagos. That's the briefing now. The botched protest was being organized by some groups to protest the order by a judicial panel of inquiry into the NSAS protest of October 2020, and other alleged police brutality in the state. So the governor is making a move now to find out what that's about. What did they do to them, and the likes of that. All right, let's keep up with you. Let's take one more call before we go for the news. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Family.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, this is PC from Senegal.
All right, then. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah. What happened to
Oh, dear. Are you there, sir?
It's good to protest, Family. I heard on BBC during the time they want to protest in the Lagos, Southwest, because of the killing Benue. Ayuba Waba refused. These killings are not, like that. So the people of Southwest or Lagos understand the meaning of democracy. Because if you don't protest, that means everybody in the masses are fools. That is what I read a book from the United States by George Bush. He said they don't know that people exist. Why in power? Unless they protest. That's why they protest in Venezuela, even in Iran. This American congratulations from Iran.
Right.
There is the people in the Southwest cannot pick guns or form a terror or whatever. They practice what is called pure democracy, and that is protest. That is how democracy started. This is started by protest. Even it doesn't start from United States. It starts from France.
Okay, interesting thoughts from you. Let's leave it at that with you. Thank you so much. All right, well, interesting thoughts. What would you come back after the news? With time to explore, there's one man, a lawyer, who has decided that, well, it's best to approach the law courts and find out if the Inspector General of Police is overstaying his welcome as the police chief. Find out next as I talk to him over the phone. This is Nigeria Info. Stay with us.
Nigeria Info. Online. On air. What are you saying? Can't you see the state of the nation? What is this program for? All the time. All the time. Stay connected with the latest information on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Stay with your number one talk station wherever you go. Wherever you go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. Like our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Nigeria Info Abuja.
Listen and watch us live on www.nigeriainfo.fm/Abuja. Chat with us on WhatsApp 080-999-30137. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Nigeria Info FM.
Connect with us, stay in touch, and never miss the latest updates.
Only on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info, your number one news, sports, and talk station. It's 4 p.m. and it's time to check your blood sugar levels. The latest updates, current and breaking issues. This is the news update.
News from across the FCT. The FCT Task Force on the Enforcement of COVID-19 Protocols over the weekend shut down 2 nightclubs in the old Cairo axis of the territory. Briefing newsmen after the clubs were shut down, the head of public enlightenment of the task force, Cairo task, said the clubs were violating the COVID-19 protocols and operating within a residential area. According to Atta, the buildings will remain sealed off until the building owner reverts to the proper use of the property. He added that the task force will continue to ensure COVID-19 preventive protocols are totally adhered to within the FCT.
2 clubs in Kano site been asked to close, very offensive clubs that operating in residential areas and actually disturbing the peace and actually operating against the COVID-19 protocols at night. That's number one. They have been asked to cut down indefinitely. If they refuse to revert to land use, then we invoke other aspects of the FCT master plan and not allow them to disturb the neighborhood there. If they refuse, then we demolish. But for now, the club has to go.
The Police Community Relations Committee, Maitama unit, over the weekend carried out massive sensitization in a bid to reduce the prevalence of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic in the FCT. Speaking during the sensitization program, the vice chairman of the committee, Amina Garba, said the event was organized to raise awareness on the pandemic. She said those targeted were traders, commuters, passerbys, amongst others. She added that flyers and face masks were also distributed to commuters. And finally, FCT Minister Mohammed Bello has called for increased synergy between the National Hajj Commission and the Muslim Pilgrims Welfare Boards of States for successful Hajj operations in the country. Bello made the remarks when he received the Commission's senior management staff on a courtesy visit in his office. While commending them for their efforts in ensuring the successful takeoff of the Hajj savings scheme, he called for more innovations that will make Hajj operations in the country seamless. On his part, the Commission's Chief Executive Officer, Zikrullah Hassan, said the visit was to introduce the new executives of the Commission to the Minister and seek his support in ensuring they succeed in their mandate. And that's news across Abuja. Thank you for listening. I am Joy Aberbe.
Real info, authentic info, Nigeria info.
Nigeria Info Abuja.
The only station that guarantees 24 hours of talk. We bring you good talk, news
On the hour.
and sports round the clock, day and night. 95.4 and 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Uncle Dentist, what are cavities and how does Colgate protect my teeth from cavities? Does it use cold food?
Those are the Commissioner of Police that are going to investigate the mistreatment of. I thought your audio talk.
No, really good.
No, they talk. But why are you acting like you're surprised? Isn't that their way? The police arrest you without slapping or hitting you or jacking you.
Almost.
Do you know how many times my husband has been saved because I have the PRO's number in PH? We will have one Lexus L350 like that. It was tinted. I want to think of be able to get tinted. They say now one and they enjoy you. PH, you know how many times they stop my husband? The last time I told them enter Mofu. And my husband had a site somewhere in a place called Ali, not so far from the university.
Okay.
Then he told the policeman that have a post that they know him because a lot of them have building materials, start building materials. So now, when my husband got the car, I don't know to give this policeman something. So when he got to the policeman, so I'm like, I called to them, the police in PJ. Go to the other policeman, like, you know this man, no. Two of them entered. They're going there. He's into posterior. No. They're using God to hit my husband in the leg as we're trying. Say, if your God is real, in 6 months you will take care of it. My husband later got to a junction when he knew some other person came out, started making noise at the junction. That was what came my husband. Another time they called me, your husband is SARS. So SARS, I can't say, we just called it so you come. I said, no problem. Call PRO or the head of SARS. I called PRO policeman and I called the head of SARS back with it. So they just carry my husband. They say, hey, Moto. I'm not going to do the Moto. How many times? We have to let the car go. Another one, tinted glasses. Do you have medical report for tinted glasses? When I come here, I said, how do I open this? Police, come and hear. Hey, tinted glasses. Hey, is it a police? They're not your friend.
It was amazing. Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult the doctor.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of hyperfit for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to stop the lights and using one to kill all the germs. But I don't see any germs here. They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there, and that is why I trust only Hypobleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypobleach.
Babe, I'm craving ice cream.
Okay, I'll go and buy it.
Vanilla. No, wait, make it chocolate.
Make up your mind now.
What if I now want both?
Babe, I can only afford one. Never mind, I'll buy it.
It?
Yup. 1 tub of Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. Why smooth? Why just have one when you can have both? Enjoy the rich, creamy delight of the all-new Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a good mix. Another quality product from Fan Milk Nigeria PLC.
Fresh breath is good, but strong teeth and fresh breath is even better. Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
As an expert in pain management, I have used Folini gel to treat low back pain, waist pain, joint pain, and muscular pain. Why do I recommend Folini gel? Because it contains methyl salicylate, diclofenac sodium, resin menthol, and linseed oil, and a unique rapid absorbing nanogel formula to provide deep penetration in the skin for pain relief.
Folini, the pain relief gel, a quality product from Ranbaxy, a Sun Pharma company. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please see your doctor.
I won't tell you the secret of better food. Now the non-chicken and classic seasoning powder. The ingredient that take make a man, natural by nature, like real chicken, rosemary, black and white pepper, garlic, onion, parsley, mushroom, coriander. If you knack non-seasoning powder for inside your jollof, fried rice, egusi, and all other soup, you go know say flavor past flavor. Non-seasoning powder, natural by ingredients, bamba by flavor.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also did give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Molfix mothers. You are always the #1. Now, Nigeria's #1 choice of mothers have Molfix Air Dry baby diapers. Thanks to Molfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate kiss. Come and join mothers who experience Molfix Air Dry baby diapers.
Here's how I managed to stay in touch with the latest changes, trends, news, economics, and even entertainment.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take all the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I'm Femi D.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show this very lovely afternoon. This is Artifacts and Femi D. I'm sitting in for Kimberly Wachuku. It's now 4:09 p.m. Nigerian time. There's more to cover. Let's join our guest via the telephone. I'll give you a background to what this is about in just a moment.
This is Hard Facts. Hard Facts.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
You are listening to Hard Facts with Femi D Live. Hard Facts.
All right, there's more to this conversation. Joining me now via the telephone is Barrister Ugochukwu Ezekiel. Good afternoon to you. Or should I say evening? I should be evening now. Good evening to you. All right, well, good to connect with you this very lovely day. Now, it's an interesting conversation that started off with regards to the Inspector General of Police IGP Mohammed. He has stayed on in his role as the police chief, ending his tenure just a few weeks back now. But that tenure was extended by the president for him to stay on till a transition period is undertaken before the next Inspector General of Police is nominated. However, Barrister Gochukwu Ezekiel, from what I do understand, you have a court case due tomorrow. Following the filing which you did on the 1st of February 2021, following the filing you did to say that the current Inspector General of Police is illegally staying in the office, and you quote that Section 18, Section 8 of the Nigerian Police Act does not allow an extension of Mohammed Adamu Lafia to stay in office beyond the time he has spent, which is 35 years, and which is tenure expired on the 1st of February 2021. Quick question. What is wrong in him staying longer than he has already stayed?
Impression for wrong to address Mohammed Adamu Lafia as the General of Police. As of today, we do not have a sitting Inspector General of Police in Nigeria. And Mohammed Adamu Lafia is still not an Inspector General of Police of Nigeria.
But he is if the president says he is.
And that is what the president is saying, sir. It is not the power.
Oh dear. Barrister Gochukwu. Oh dear. Barrister Gochukwu, if you can hear me, let me reconnect with you. I'm struggling to hear you right now. The line appears not clear. Just a moment. Let me reconnect with you just to hear you clearly so we can have a very distinct conversation around this. Well, is the Inspector General of Police staying on? Is it illegal? I mean, the president who pretty much allowed the tenor to stay, appointed him in the first place, has extended the tenor. Is it within his legal means to do so? That's the question to venture into. Oh, much better now, Barrister Gochukwu Ezekiel. Okay, let's hear you. Why is it wrong for him to stay on? You explain that to us.
Yes, I was saying that it is wrong to call him an Inspector General of Police because Nigeria is a country established and all that are run by law, and every office in the land is established by law. Even the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is an establishment of the law. So anybody who occupies any office without any backing or any conditional backing of the law is sitting down there illegally. So from the 2nd of February 2021, Adamu Mohammed Lafia ceased to be Inspector General of Police. This is because Section 215, Section 216 and, of the 1999 Constitution as amended, and Section 7 of the Nigerian Police Act all prohibit Mr. Adamu from further functioning as the Inspector General of Police. By Section 18, subsection 6 of the Nigerian Police Act, as a police officer retired by exclusion of time, if he serves for 35 years or he talks at age, is 60 years of age. That is the provision of the law. And Mohammed Adamu served Nigeria for 35 years, and that ended on the 1st of February 2021. All his classmates are their homes enjoying their retirement. What is he doing in his house? Is it his father's house?
But it's not about it being his father's house. It's about it being the land he has sworn to serve, and the president has chosen to retain his service. In fact, he's being retained for a period in which the president, and through the briefing the president provided, is that he should hang on there and allow a proper transition to take place. What is wrong with that?
Yes, that's what we're saying. We are saying that whatever the president has done, whatever document he has signed to set purportedly the tenure of Adamu Lafia is just a tissue paper.
It cannot be a tissue paper. It cannot be a tissue paper.
He doesn't have the power to make
let me understand this. I mean, his appointment in the first place was done by the president. So I believe the president can also extend his appointment. So it's within his power to appoint. I believe he has the power to extend accordingly as well.
No, sir. That's what you get wrong.
Okay, explain to me.
He has the power. He has the power to appoint, but he does not have the power to extend. The provisions of the law are very clear.
What does the law say about extension?
There is no provision of the law that talks about extension.
But this is not the first time we're extending in Nigeria. This is not the first time we're having a situation where an inspector general of police or a chief judge or some other government appointee gets to stay a little longer than due. We even saw that with the former set of chiefs, with the former security chiefs in the country. There was nothing wrong with that at that time. And I mean, within the ambits of the law, why him?
The truth is that the fact that an illegal action has not been challenged before does not make that unlawful action lawful.
So why are you challenging this now?
We are challenging you. Remember that in 2020, the Nigerian law, which was affected to by the same president in 2020, and far-reaching amendments were included in the Nigerian Police Act. Including very, very important. Tenureship for the office of the Inspector General of Police. Before now, there was nothing like tenureship for the office of the Inspector General of Police in the Nigerian Police. But the new Nigerian Police Act 2020 introduced a 4-year tenure for the office of the Inspector General of Police. So now that tells you that it is no longer business as usual. The office of the Inspector General of Police, or who occupies that office, the constitution for the person who occupies that office, and the number of years that person will occupy that office has been provided by the law, Nigerian Police Act. So it is no longer what applies the previous Inspector General of Police will no longer apply to even the person that will come as Mohammed Adamu Lafia.
So what you're saying is you would rather have us in a situation where another appointee of the government, another appointee has not been made, and we should have a vacuum in the chain of command of the police force. Is that what you're proposing?
No, no vacuum. The law cannot leave a vacuum. There is
okay, Barrister Ugochukwu, let me reconnect with you again. I'm not too sure why the network is appearing not quite as stable. Your words are muffled. Just hold on for a moment. Let me reconnect with you again. This is an interesting conversation in its own right, because we've seen extensions take place at different times. And, you know, this is an interesting challenge, if I may say. Barrister Ugochukwu Ezekiel is challenging in court the extension of the Inspector General of Police staying in office, the current Inspector General of Police. All right, I believe yes, I hope it is better now.
Yes, I'm glad to be back.
All right, yes, you were telling me about why there's no vacuum in the law, or there's no vacuum in law.
There is no vacuum in the hierarchy of the Nigerian police force. The public service rules clearly state that where an office occupied by public officer becomes vacant, the next in line, that is the most in this instance, the most senior police officer will take over in active capacity. And that is what we're saying. So, somebody who is not a serving police officer cannot continue to superintend the command and control of the Nigerian police force.
Okay, let me speak.
Somebody that is the most senior police officer after the Adamu Lafia, and then that person should take over the command and control of the Nigerian police force, pending when the president makes up his mind. Why should it be a retired police officer that will continue to function as our IGP? Why?
He hasn't been retired yet. Well, anyway, eventually would retire. But let me take you up curiously on this. A few weeks back, we had the lineup of all the security chiefs now, pretty much going into retirement. 4 of them went into retirement in one day. That says a lot about our security architecture. The 5th man, in this case, is the Inspector General of Police. Don't you think we will be having we'll be adding more to the very fragile security network we already have if we don't have somebody leading the force? I mean, they retired and then they brought in a new set of security chiefs who have taken on, who are trying to understand the terrain, who are finding out where the commands and what has been commissioned in different regards is going on. And now we're seeing a situation where internet security is even more troubling than ever before. And you think it's mandatory or it's of best interest right now to challenge the Inspector General of Police who has come this far?
Well, I don't want to believe that it is only the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, that has the key to solving Nigerian security problem. I mean, he has been there for years, and we still have banditry, we still have kidnapping, we still have armed robbery, we still have all kinds of crimes in Nigeria. And I strongly believe that every police officer, from the day a police officer is commissioned as a cadre in the Nigerian police force, he has the dream of becoming the Nigerian police number one police officer, becoming the number one police officer in Nigeria. Every single police officer, up to the DIGs, the AIGs, I believe, are equipped to become the Inspector General of Police, and that is why the law has said the qualification is someone who has vast experience and who.
How do you determine vast experience?
Yes, who has vast experience. There is education and qualification, which is first degree, and there is the qualification of being not below the rank of an Assistant Inspector General of Police. I am sure that we have more than 10 persons who have that qualification currently in the Nigerian police force. We are not even talking about the DIGs who have that experience, who have been part of the governing body of the Nigerian police force. So it is not just about one single person. The Nigerian police force is an institution. It should not revolve around one single person.
Barrister Ogochukwu, this is what somebody writes to me, and I'd like to share what he said. Okay, Ray just said it to Baba MC says, good evening, Femigi. The barrister based his argument on the Police Act. However, the Constitution also empowers Mr. President the prerogative power to appoint. And I think this is a constitutional matter and should be addressed by the Supreme Court. Do you think so?
Let me just tell the listener that he is correct by half. The Constitution, Section 215, is in pari materia with Section 7, subsection 1 of the Police Act. It simply empowers the President to appoint the Inspector General of Police or in consultation or on the advice of the Nigerian Police Council. So to that extent, he is very right. However, there are other conditions that must be met in the President exercising that power. And that is what we are saying.
You agree that the Constitution in this case is the prerogative which the President could have depended upon in extending the tenure of the IGP of police, despite the fact that the Police Act is there?
No, sir. No, sir. The Constitution in Section 216, subsection 2, empowers the National Assembly to make laws as to the administration, qualifications, and other matters relating to the Nigerian police force.
Yeah, so but you just said it. You just said it.
Prerogative there.
Yeah.
The power given to the President is just the power to appoint.
And he hasn't appointed.
In consultation, no power to extend.
For you to appoint,
the power
but you
of the President to appoint.
But you do know that to appoint, there needs to be a vacancy. There needs to be an opening. There needs to be, well, forgive my word, but some sort of disappointment. Disappointment.
And that is why we are disappointed. That's why we are disappointed in the office of the presidency for abdicating his responsibility.
All right.
We are saying, if you have looked at, what we are saying is that one of our prayers, we are saying that the court should declare that the president has abdicated his responsibility, constitutional responsibility, to appoint an inspector general of police after the first.
After the 1st of February, you mean?
Of February, he ought to have appointed.
But
he left it until the 4th.
Okay, let me read.
Decided to wake a dead man.
Oh dear. Let me read to you what Mark from Cairo said. He said there's everything wrong with the extension of public officials whose tenures are supposed to have ended. You deprive other qualified personnel or staff from having the opportunity to serve when you do that. That's according to Mark from Cairo. Here we go. Somebody says, family, please listen to your guests. New Police Act prevents an extension of IG tenure. Take note, please. Don't twist anything. I'm not twisting. I'm just trying to interrogate this. Ocheche from Gogolada. Okay. Then Comrade Tonyo Yedikachi Lube says, I feel like crying and ashamed. 3 men went to court so far over this IGP issue. All of them are from a certain tribe. It talks about the fact that there's Max Opara, there's Emmanuel Ojuku, and of course, there's you yourself, Barrister Ugochukwu Ezekiel. What a waste of resources. Wow, we always.
Let me just correct one impression there.
Can I complete the message?
I am representing Mr. Maxwell Opara in court. I'm
okay,
Max. I'm leading the team.
You're leading the team
of lawyers. Okay.
So he's asking that is really in the interest, and I'm paraphrasing what he said because he actually used some very clever words here. Is asking that is it really in the interest of the country you're doing this, or it's some other ulterior motive? Would you be able to answer that?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I am worried as a Nigerian, and as a lawyer, a civil rights activist. This is not the first time. Maybe the guests, my listener, the listeners should check my records. This is not the first time I'm going to court to ensure that the provisions of the law is strictly adhered to. This is not the first time I'm challenging authorities. This is not the first time I'm trying to hold authorities to ensure that the rights and the provisions of the law are obeyed.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with tribe. It has nothing to do with. In fact, if at all what he says is true, that people from a particular tribe have gone to court, is Nigerian Bar Association too from a particular tribe? Or he forgot that?
Okay, that's true. They also challenged this. All right. What you do for me is I'm going to reconnect you now and just get other people to join the conversation with regards to this. Stay on the line. I'd like to hear what Nigerians have to say about this. If there's really something to challenge, or is there some moment we've always been used to see a situation where there's an extension or an extended period in which appointments are not made? Well, Pastor Gochuku, I will connect you in a short while from now. Stay with us. All right. Well, this is an interesting conversation in its right. You would say to me, let's get you in to join this very conversation in 10 seconds.
You are listening to Hard Facts with Femi D. Live. Hard Facts.
All right. Well, still staying on the line. I'm reconnecting with Barrister Ugochukwu now just to get a good perspective of his thoughts to this and just understand where things stand with regards to this. Okay, just gonna connect this, yeah. All right. Oh dear. Okay, now this is acting up, but no, I refuse to give up. Okay, let's start taking those scores. Oh dear, that is stay. Hold it. I'm gonna get it going now. Yes. Okay. Hello, Barrister Gochuku, are you there? Can you hear me now? No, it doesn't appear you can hear me yet. Hello, are you there, sir? Okay, let me take a moment to reconnect. Stay with me.
Stay with your #1 talk station wherever you go. wherever you go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. Like our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Nigeria Info Abuja.
Listen and watch us live on www.nigeriainfo.fm/.
All right, thanks for reconnecting with me now. Okay, let me bring you some of our dear friends who are listening in. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hello,
Yes, welcome, Mommy Z.
thank you. I'm so happy to hear from you, and I want to say good afternoon to Barrister Ogo. Well done, sir. My concern is the letter of extension says the IGP will be allowed to stay in office for the next 3 months to enable the authority to select the next IGP. So the question now is, does it mean that somebody has spent 30-something years? The system was not prepared for his exit till the day that he's supposed to leave. They are now telling us that they want to extend his stay. I have issues with it because we have other people that also want to aspire to that position. So must it be one person? We should always be proactive. So I have issue with that letter, and I want Barrister to kindly throw more light in that respect. Thank you.
All right, okay. So she's interrogating the concept around the letter. Hello, welcome to the show. Hello there to you. Hello, are you there? All right, we may have to move on. Well, good afternoon. No, that is there. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Oh,
good afternoon, Family.
Can I take that back and say good evening, rather?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes.
This is Omeka Joe.
Omeka Joe. Yes, I'm with you.
Yes. You see, this is part of the problem we have in this country. Where our institutions are being destroyed. You understand me?
I'm listening to you.
So many people that are lined up for this career opportunity to become the Inspector General of Police are being denied. Their dreams are being shattered. I am a strong supporter of PND, but for this singular act, I say no. Let the right thing be done. I want to agree with the lawyer, and I'm fully in support of his going to court to challenge the office of Inspector General of Police. Family,
yeah.
If a man claims to be sincere in whatever he is doing, when the time comes for you to take a bow, you take a bow. Except there's something fishy about that person, and that is why he is refusing to leave, maybe to cover his track.
Oh dear.
You understand me?
Yeah, that's a postulation. I understand you. That's a postulation. Yeah. And it's right. Okay.
Yes, you can take it away, but that's what I believe is going on.
Okay. Interesting thoughts from you. Thank you so much, Jamaica. Good to connect with you today again. Welcome to the show. Let's talk now. What's your name? Hello there to you. Hello? Are you on? Oh, dear. I missed out on your name. You have to take that again, please.
I'm Francis.
All right, Francis. Let's talk.
Hear me?
Yes, I can.
I am Francis.
Yes, Francis, please go on.
You see, I think what is taking Nigeria for granted, because even we check it very well, does it mean that before the expiration of this month's time, you never knew that this month have to go? That's right. Then I blame our National Assembly, and at the same time, our so-called judiciary, because they sold their birthright to him. So that is why he's not taking the whole Nigeria for granted. No rule of law, no nothing. Is that the way forward? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Francis. Barrister, if you're there, let's go for a break, okay? Let's take on the commercial break. After the break, we'll bring in more people who want to talk to you, okay? Barrister, are you with me? Hello, Barrister. Okay, well, it looks like Barrister, if you can hear me, I'll reconnect you back in a short while from now. Stay with us right here on Nigeria, for there's more to talk about as we see some situations that build up across the nation. Stay with me. I'll be back shortly.
Broadcasting all day, every day, from the heart and capital city of Nigeria. This is Nigeria Info, 95.1 FM. Nigeria Info.
Fresh breath is good, but strong teeth and fresh breath is even better. Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath. Hello, my girl. I'm about to start a meeting. I can't see you in the office. Where are you? Hey, boss. I'm still at home. I have a painful headache. I know it's an important meeting, but not sure whether I can make it. My girl, I understand. Don't worry. Take Prostan Extra. It contains ibuprofen, paracetamol, and caffeine, and provides fast relief from headache. I am sure you'll feel better soon.
Yeah. So I'm still calling you back. I'm going to call you back on the line.
So Michael's not here.
Yes, we're just on the commercial break because people want to ask you questions and talk to you.
Really works. Prostan Extra.
Yes, all right. So I'll call you back using the same line.
If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Prostan Extra, a quality product from Ranbaxy, a Sun Pharma company. The cousin that hogs all the foods. The niece who's allergic to everything.
No, thank you. I'm allergic.
The uncle with a burping problem. The bestie that finishes the last of the Coca-Cola. We all know her, but meals wouldn't be the same without them. Coca-Cola and meals together taste better.
Charles!
Yes, mommy.
Go and bring 2 sachets of Hypobit for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. That is why I trust only Hypobleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hypobleach.
So that's how we go to the restaurant too. And it was amazing.
Sore throats, it's often caused by bacteria and viruses. It feels like you're having a party in your throat. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Dual antibacterial action in one lozenge.
As I was saying, it was amazing.
Bye-bye sore throats. Take Strepsils. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult a doctor.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also did give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Molfix mothers. You are always the number 1. Now, Nigeria's number 1 choice of mothers have Molfix Air Dry baby diapers. Thanks to Molfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate kiss. Come and join mothers who experience Molfix Air Dry baby diapers.
Did you know that any form of violence that threatens your physical, sexual, and mental well-being is a violation of a human right? Are you a victim, or do you know a victim of rape, child marriage, molestation, sexual harassment, and domestic violence? Break the silence today. To report any case of sexual and gender-based violence, please call any of the following numbers: 070-4167-8566 or 070-1333-3307 or 090-8886-4322 or 080-06-47-2428. This message is brought to you by the Nidari Foundation with support from Action Aid Nigeria.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also did give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Molfix mothers. You are always the number 1. Now, Nigeria's number 1 choice of mothers have Molfix Air Dry baby diapers. Thanks to Molfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate kiss. Come and join mothers who experience Molfix Air Dry baby diapers.
You are listening to Hard Facts with Femi D. Live. Hard Facts.
Welcome back to the show. It's now 4:40 p.m. Nigerian time. Barrister Gojuku Ezekiel is on the line as we continue to interrogate ideas around the many situations that we're seeing. The letter of extension written by the president says, well, the Inspector General of Police should stay on and really get for him to allow a proper transition process. But the question has been, I mean, the last 4 years, we saw the date come in. The date has always been obvious. So what has held back whosoever will be transited into to lead the police force at this very critical time? What was holding them back all along, and why now? Is there something really critical? Just as I updated as well, that the Inspector General of Police has asked some of the various arms of the police force to take time to go attend to the developing issue in our state. Lagos, as I speak, a train on Monday reportedly had a head-on collision with a truck in Lagos. The incident occurred this morning in just not too far from the Jonathan Cooker Road level crossing Ijuishaga area of Lagos. That happened in the morning, and there were casualties as well in that regard. Okay, let's keep up with you and your thoughts on this. Welcome to the show. Hello, I can hear you. Welcome. Okay. Yes, welcome. Okay, good afternoon. Not too sure why I do hear the. Okay. Sorry, I had to drop that. I wasn't sure why there was a challenge with the audio there. Welcome to the show.
Dr. Femidi.
Yes, how are you today, sir?
I'm good. Good evening. How are you doing?
Good. Good to have you on the show. Talk to me.
Thank you. I greet your guest. My name is Emmanuel, Official President.
All right, Emmanuel. Yes, please go on.
From Duse. Femidi.
Yes, please.
It's like we are running a dictatorial government in Nigeria where everything is by command and everybody must have to obey. It's not going through due process. You understand? On the day that Inspector General of Police was issued an appointment letter, this is an appointment that is served on a 4 years projection. You have your resuming date and your expiry date there. Why not take out time to get somebody who is coming to replace this person? Maybe a month to the time his expiration date will come up. Why telling us that you have to add 3 months to this man? There's something going on that we cannot understand. And that is why we keep on talking about the cabal. He must have bought his way through the cabal.
Mind if it's a theory, it doesn't necessarily mean it's what first. Let's not project what may not be accurate, okay?
All right. But let's just look at it this way. Why would he remain in office? Is he the only most qualified person in police force? That is the question.
But then, Emmanuel, let me also ask you this. It looks like even if he wants or doesn't want to remain in office, it's also a pattern that we see that the current government conveniently likes to keep people a little bit longer than may be popular or popularly accepted by the people for all the reasons. So maybe not just the one, but maybe he's been required to stay.
How will you define that? It's not a violation of Nigeria Constitution. If the people who give the support to Mr. President by giving him that office to hold cannot be given due respect when our views are not so important to the sitting government. So that is violation of the Constitution.
Emmanuel, let me come to you, Barrister Gochukwu Ezekiel. Are you there? Barrister, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh dear, I hope you're not already in court. Hello, Barrister, can you hear me? Let me make an attempt to get him back on the line again. But it is an interesting conversation we're building up around here. It's not new. Why are we actually surprised? We've seen situations that are best informed and reasons best developed around this that often bring about some interesting thoughts on this. Okay, Barrister, I believe you're back on the line with us. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Okay, so Nigerians have continued to react. I don't know if you've had a chance to catch up with any of the comments made so far, but I just wanted to make sure you're back on the line. So let's take on 2 more calls and you listen and then you interact as well with them over the phone lines. Okay, here we go. Somebody's on the line joining us now. Welcome to the show. Yes, it is. Welcome. We're glad you connected with us. What's your name?
My name is Omar. I'm calling from Kaduna.
All right, then. Welcome. Let's talk. Barrister Ugochukwu Ezekiel is on the line as well.
Okay. If protect the president 6 months to offend the minister, how do you expect that it will not take him long to search for another person to get the ID? So it's a lack of, I think it's a lack of skill of government to do right thing. They know that this man is going. From the day he was appointed the ID, they know that social time you will do at social time you will be retired. So there is no excuse. The problem is on the presidency. Since I don't think one is even ready to hand over 2023. I don't think so.
All right. Interesting.
He will he will ask because he may likely say, okay, now we know that this on 2023 election is made or thereabouts. Maybe 2023 May you will hand over. By that time, the presidency may not have to extend for 6 months or thereabouts before we hand over.
All right.
That's how I think.
Okay. Let's take on one more call, Barrister Ugochukwu. Let's take on one more call directly on this before I do let you rest for the week. Yes, good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, my name is Mike when wind blows.
Mike, okay. We are with you.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has been.
Yeah. I don't want to repeat what every other person has said, but there's something I hope the barrister is listening. Me, as a person, if I have the capacity, there's something I also want to challenge the government about. The situation where a public officer who was convicted as a criminal for stealing government funds serves few months in jail, use technicality to say, oh, the person who sentenced him is not supposed to be the person, and then he come back to his seat. I'm talking about Senator Justice Okalu. The day he, they will say, because he's presumed innocent until proven guilty. For me, the day he was pronounced guilty and sentenced, that his office was supposed to be nullified. How come he has now come back to that same office? And now he is using another court to say he wants to challenge his retrial. Because the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court nullifies that earlier sentence, the Supreme Court ordered a retrial. Now he is saying that the retrial is going to be a double jeopardy to him. So he's trying to use another court to set aside that retrial. For me, I've been saying, if he's saying the retrial is a double jeopardy, why don't you return and start the case then? Or you want to grab the nullification of the jail term and now say that the retrial is a double jeopardy? Which one is that? If I have the capacity, like I said, I would have challenged that.
Okay.
If the lawyer...
Mike, just hold on. Barrister Ugochukwu, did you hear his question? What do you make of that? Barrister Ugochukwu, are you there?
Oh, it's like it's not there.
Oh, dear. Barrister, I really thought you were on the line. He's not. Okay.
Oh, that's I'm not people here because...
Okay, yes. Mike, hold on. Mike, hold on. Yes. Barrister, go on. Yes, your response.
Okay. Good evening. Good evening, my brother. On the issue of Senator Justice Okalu, I want to say that it's actually not fitting. It's not fitting the way the trial has been, because we all Nigerians, including Senator Justice Okalu, want and he should deserve a trial. Unfortunately, there has been one technicality or the other. It has been we're Nigeria, when the same Senator Justice Okalu made an application for a particular judge to continue with his case, only to raise the same issue on appeal. However, as they say, there's sometimes the hands of the judges are tied. The judges only act based on the evidence before them. They don't act outside the evidence before them. While we do not have the capacity to challenge that, because I know that the commission, that Economic and Financial Commission, they have the good lawyers who are working day and night. Sorry, because my is not finished. Where the area I'm talking about is even him returning back, because when he was sentenced and convicted, he served about 3 months in jail. How come? Yeah, so unfortunately, sir, that sentence was quashed, and that's the background I sought to give. And that sentence was quashed by the appellate court, and because they go go back and have have a new trial, because the person who tried you first was not a justice of
okay, Barrister, let me get to what Mike is saying. The 3 months between the time the first judgment was passed and the time which they appeared back in court, it was still a senator. So Mike is asking, is that even legal to still remain a senator and also, already have a prison sentence?
Yeah. The only problem we had in proceeding against him that time was because his appeal was still pending. Don't forget that in law, an appeal is a continuation of the case at the lower court. Once you have an appeal, it's a continuation of the case, and that is the issue, and that is why some lawyers wrote to the Senate, some civil rights organizations wrote to the Senate to declare his seat vacant. But the Senate president was of the opinion that because he's challenging his conviction at the appellate court, that they cannot declare his seat vacant because it is a process, or it is terminated at the Supreme Court, or he abandons his right to appeal, which is 90 days. But he filed his appeal within the 90 days. So that is why, at that point, his seat was not declared.
Interesting thoughts.
I want to assure Mike. I want to assure Mike. Grind so slowly or so surely. A day of reckoning will come. A day of judgment will come. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And that is what we keep on fighting. That does not matter how long it takes. What matters is that justice is done.
All right. Interesting thoughts. But I also do know, the NBA is also talking about the extension of the Inspector General of Police. Do you think the NBA may be interested in some level of activism under this democracy, of course, following the new president's tenure? Do you think that's possible?
Yes, I want to say that my learned senior and colleague, Mr. Louis Dapata, who is the leader of the bar, and today he's a wonderful person. He has we know we know where he's coming from, we know his background, and that's why so many persons championed and wanted him to lead the bar. Now he's here. What he's doing, we are not surprised. In fact, when we see him do it so quickly, we were worried, and so many of us wrote against him and we challenged him that he's sleeping on bike. Now that he has woken up, our suit was filed before the act. However, I'm happy that they have joined us. At the end of the day, we are pursuing the same thing. The rule of law should prevail. What we are saying, which is the same thing they are saying, they are not saying the president does not have the power to appoint. What we are all saying is that the president cannot wake up and appoint Barrister Ugochukwu Ezike as the Inspector General of Police. He cannot appoint my mother as Inspector General of Police. The law says you must appoint serving police officer. That is the key word, the key phrase, serving police officer. So you cannot appoint a retired police officer. You cannot wake up and appoint Femi D as the Inspector General of Police. That is where we are.
All right.
That's what we are saying, sir.
That's an interesting point you do raise there. Okay, so Barrister, I'm just going to take in one more call and round up from this. I was hoping I could see the messages coming in from the other portals as well, but let me take on one more call and then we'll round up from this. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Sammy G.
How are you today? Good to have you on the show. Let's talk now.
I'm good. How are you doing, man? This is Bright.
Bright, yes. Let's hear your ideas.
My question to the barrister is this. Does the police act more superior than the Constitution? That's one question. The second question, I understand that the president cannot appoint a retired officer. But does the Constitution give the president the power to extend the tenure of anybody in the system, just like he has the power to extend the tenure of the service chief. Obasanjo extended Tafa Balogun and other retired people. My question is this: is it because they derive the power from the constitution? Because if it is unconstitutional, I don't think that 3 other presidents would have done it. Jonathan did it. All of them have been doing it. In fact, the other ones were 1 year. My point is that if the constitution does not back it, it's obvious that it's the constitution that's giving them the power.
Okay.
Having said that, I think we need to start challenging issues up to Supreme Court so that it becomes a law.
It becomes a law. Right. I don't know. Can you stay on the line? Let him respond to you directly.
I can stay on the line. I can stay.
Barrister Gochugu, you have the floor.
Let me just start with the last question. Mr. Bright, the answer to your question is that the Constitution does not empower the President to extend the tenure of the Inspector General of Police. And I would just add that the fact that Jonathan did it and Obasanjo did it does not make it lawful. And I want to tell you that we equally challenged. In fact, I filed a total of about 4 suits against Jonathan, starting from challenging his appointment without referring the nominees to the National Assembly, to the Senate for confirmation, Federal Character Commission, and all that. So it has nothing to do with who is the occupant of the presidency, who is the president of Nigeria today. It has everything to do with what the law says. And we have, though you may not have noticed, but we have been doing this. We will continue to do it, and we will continue to ensure that the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria are obeyed. That is what we are doing, and that is what we will continue to do.
All right.
But sorry, what is the first question?
Okay, he asked about that, and he also asked about the Act and Constitution. If the Act is superior to supersedes the Constitution.
Yes, of course, the Constitution is the ground norm of the land, and the Constitution, of course, supersedes every other law in the land. But however, if the Constitution gives the National Assembly power to make laws, regulations that will take care of some vacuum, as we say, or some lacuna in the Constitution. The Constitution does not provide for everything, and that's why we have the Act of the National Assembly. What the Constitution just did in Section 215 is to empower the President to appoint a serving police officer. If you read Section 215, it clearly states a serving police officer. Not just as I said earlier, it does not say the appointment should just be any sort. The President may just wake up, appoint the chairman of and the Market Traders Association, or appoint Barrister Ugochukwu Ezekiel as the Inspector General of Police. When the law states a thing, the letters of the law must be obeyed. You don't pick and choose the one you want to obey. That is what the President is doing. Yeah, of course, you have the power to appoint, but you have the power to expect.
All right, but Barrister, we've got to break it up, gentlemen. We've got to break it up. Yes, but we've got to take the news. That's why.
Oh, I will have passed a little quiet, because the truth is that I think if it means that the Constitution has been violated, and then I expect that one of the members of the National Assembly should move a motion to be impeached, because violation of the Constitution is an impeachable offense.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why two other people had done it. Nobody had done anything, because we are based on party sentiment. I think if our Constitution is violated, he should be impeached.
Thank you, Bright. Thank you for your contribution, Barrister Gochugu. I have to say thank you to you at this time. It's interesting. Let's see what the next steps that will follow your suits tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much, Barrister Gochugu, for joining me on.
Very much. I'm glad to be here. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you too. Stay with us right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. This is Artifacts. We continue after the news.
It's 5 o'clock. The latest updates, current and breaking issues. This is the news update.
Nigeria's former finance minister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has been appointed as the new Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO. News of her appointment was revealed on WTO's official Twitter handle. According to the post, Dr. Okonjo-Iweala becomes the first African to lead the organization. The tenure of the former minister, who is also the first female to hold the position, begins on the 1st of March 2021. The Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, has ordered the immediate deployment of police intervention and stabilization forces to Oyo State following an ethnic clash between some traders at a popular market in Ibadan. The IGP, in a statement released on Monday by the force spokesperson, Frank Mba, has also ordered that the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Southwest, David Folawiyo, relocate to Oyo to coordinate efforts. He said the deployments include 4 units of the police mobile force, 6 operatives from the Force Intelligence Bureau, and 1 surveillance police helicopter from the Police Air Wing Department. The IGP assured that the police remains committed to the safety of lives and property of the citizens in the country. The West African Examinations Council has released the 2020 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for private candidates. Announcing the release of the results on Monday, the head of the national office, Patrick Aragan, said 39.8% made the credits in 5 subjects, including mathematics and English. Aragan also announced the opening of registration for the 2021 examinations for school candidates. According to him, the newly released result is an improvement in performance in the examination in the last 2 years. And elsewhere, Somalia's opposition presidential candidates have called for protest on Friday about what they call illegal staying power by President. Former President Sheikh Sharif Ahmed said, while making the announcement on behalf of other candidates, that the government had failed to organize both parliamentary and presidential elections. President Mohamed Farmajo's term ended last week, and the country had missed the December 2020 deadline to hold polls. Report says there was no way forward for presidential elections to be held without a new parliament in place. And for some sports updates, Super Eagles coach Gernot Rohr has finally named Maduka Okoye as Nigeria's current first-choice goalkeeper. Rohr believes the young shot-stopper, who plays for Sparta Rotterdam, has done enough to earn the spot after his impressive displays for the Super Eagles in recent outings. He said the decision was taken with goalkeeper trainer Aloy Agu. Rohr also defended Okoye after the former Fortuna Düsseldorf of Germany goalie conceded 4 goals in the 4-4 home draw against Sierra Leone last November. The Super Eagles will next month confront Benin Republic and Lesotho in their final 2 games of the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations qualification campaign. That wraps up the update for 5 o'clock. Thank you for listening. More news comes at 6 p.m. Follow us on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Abuja, Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. Our website is www.nigeriainfo.fm, and you can go to Google Play Store to download the Nigeria Info mobile app. Thank you once again for listening. I am Dorcas at Tinukebija. Good evening.
Real info, authentic info. Nigeria Info.
Sorry, Fami, please, I need to set up my quick button. It's always displaced. So,
you, there's no, I didn't say it because it's all of us that used to happen to. Sometimes I'll just come and just, not too sure why.
It can be the
but the software is misbehaving recently. Once it's 11 o'clock, you try to put anything, the thing just starts. It takes you ever to put up stuff.
Most tooth pains are caused by tooth holes called cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate unlocks calcium in.
So do you want to do something?
I'm supposed to go live back.
After the adverts?
Yes.
Let me give you 4 reasons to fly with us at Airpeace.
Air Fees flies to Dubai via Sharjah International Airport. And guess what? You get to Dubai city centre in 15 minutes. How? Air Fees will get you there in style and class. I mean, talk about limos and cozy saloon cars with no extra cost to you. Let's not forget you spend a much shorter time going through immigration and baggage claim at Sharjah International Airport. You basically get to the city centre faster than if you landed in DXB. When you fly Air Fees, you enjoy a much lower airfare like none other in our luxurious Boeing 777 with a hospitable country. Now tell me again why you wouldn't fly Air Fees. What are you waiting for? Oh yeah, visit www.com or download our mobile app and allow us to give you the Dubai experience starting with us.
As an expert in pain management, I've used Folini gel to treat low back pain, waist pain, joint pain, and muscular pain. Why do I recommend Folini gel? Because it contains methyl salicylate, diclofenac sodium, resin menthol, and linseed oil, and a unique rapid nanogel formula to provide deep penetration in the skin for pain relief.
Folini, the pain relief gel, a quality product from Ranbaxy, a Sun Pharma company. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please see your doctor.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also did give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Wolfix mothers. You're always the number one. Now, Nigeria's number one choice of mothers have Wolfix Air Dry Baby Diapers. Thanks to Wolfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate kiss. Comments on mothers who experience Wolfix Air Dry Baby Diapers.
Guy, I'm in front of your house. God, what is this I'm looking at? How far? Last, man, you did change your attitude. Wait, wasn't it 2 days ago that you bashed your car? And now you're driving another one. Oh boy, now blessings on blessings on blessings. Hey. Like that. Guy, baby, correct. Is that how people buy cars? It's the car my insurance company, AXA Mansa, gave me while my car is getting fixed. It's not you. AXA Mansa gave you makeshift car. Yeah. The same company that took your car to Better Auto Shop, all within 24 hours. Guy, why you don't show me the way? Before my insurance company make me back car for 3 months, the jump was round the house.
AXA Mansa Motor Insurance is the one-time insurance feels like an upgrade and leaves you wanting to say thank you for what you truly deserve. Visit www.axamentor.com or call 0700 AXA Mentor today. AXA Mentor.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of hypervitamin. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs. But I can't see any germs here. They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only Hyperbleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of Hyperbleach.
Authentic Nigeria info.
A great talk show unravels your thinking, makes you stop to listen, engages you in a debate of opinions.
I believe this man knows what he's doing. He is a Nigerian.
And ultimately brings you to the king of talk radio, Femi D Live.
Real info, authentic info, Nigeria info.
Welcome back to the show. There's more to talk about in this very hour. It's 5:09 p.m. Nigerian time today. Good afternoon, the 15th day of February 2021. Keep up with me now. I'm Femi DML. I'm sitting in for Kimberly Wachuku and Artifacts today. There's really more to talk about. So we have followed carefully the stories developing from Oyo State. And a few hours ago, just about an hour ago, the Oyo State governor did release a speech, a video, in which he addressed different people in the states on what should be done and what should not be done. I'd like to play that for you. Welcome back to the show.
You are listening to Hard Facts with Femi D Live. Hard Facts.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready.
Let's take on the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I am Femi D. Amele.
Here is the Oyo State Governor speaking with regards to the situation in his state. Sheyi Makinde speaks up on this.
My dear good people of Oyo State, it has become necessary to speak to you following the unfortunate incident at Shasha Market in Ibadan. I visited Shasha Market and Ojo in Akinyele local government area yesterday, and I've met the people affected by the crisis. I'm saddened by the loss of lives. I feel your pain. I understand your anger and frustrations. We will make things right. As I stated yesterday, I've also ordered a full investigation into the immediate cause of the crisis, and I promise that all culprits will be brought to book. Our administration will also be providing the needed support to ensure that those who lost their properties to the mayhem are compensated. I mourn the loss of lives that has occurred. Even when justice is served, nothing can bring back the dead. That is why I must also state that individuals who have taken to stoking up ethnic flames in Oyo State, either through their utterances or actions or posts on social media, are enemies of our state. The people who have decided to leverage these sad events to further their political goals are not our friends. These people handing us petrol and matches will not stand with us when the fire turns into an inferno. When we see the potential dangers of words and actions, we must take precautions. It is time to think about our self-preservation. It is time to put Oyo State first. Let me make it clear. The socio-economic prosperity that has existed in Oyo State for about 2 years since this administration came into office, and the peace and confidence in government we have been building is under threat. This threat will only succeed if we allow it to happen. I can report to you that we were able to bring the situation in Shasha under control within a few hours. Contrary to the news that has been circulating on social media since about 2 p.m. on Saturday, the 13th of February 2021, the situation in Shasha has been de-escalated. A curfew was put in place, and there has been no further unrest since then. I must commend the security officers who risked their lives to keep us safe. I commend the officers of the Nigerian police, members of the Operation Burst, and members of the Amotekun Corps who have been on the ground to maintain the peace. However, I must point out that some unscrupulous elements are doing us a disservice and are sabotaging our efforts to secure the state. For example, last week, some members of the Amotekun Corps were shot at by a police DPO for carrying out their legal duties. We are setting up a judicial panel to investigate this matter. The panel will be inaugurated tomorrow. I want to assure you that we are going to use every apparatus available to us as a state to ensure that justice is served. And if the officer who took this action is found wanting, he will be held accountable for his actions. This is how justice works. People should be held accountable for their individual actions. A whole tribe, ethnic group, profession, or gender must not pay for the sins of one individual. It is totally unacceptable for any individual or individuals to take law into their own hands. This is jungle justice. Oyo State is not a jungle. We know that people are hungry. People have a right to be hungry. When the bridge between power and justice is broken, we're bound to witness unrest. But we cannot solve the problems of peaceful coexistence in anger. I appeal to every resident of Oyo State to shed their swords. People have been wronged. I acknowledge this. Therefore, we are moving ahead with setting up the peace and security committees in every zone of Oyo State, starting today. These committees will be created. With the peace and security committees, everyone's grievances will be addressed and culprits will be brought to justice. Let me reiterate, some people have made this about politics and a way to score political points at the expense of the lives of our people. For me, this is not about politics. This is about securing our lives. This is about preserving Oyo State for our children. This is about our future. Work with me as I work on ways to ensure lasting peace and security in our land. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I'm ready. Let's take all the biggest debates on radio, provide insights, experience, and build an unforgettable discussion together. I'm Femi D. Amele.
All right, welcome back to the show this very lovely afternoon. There's more to talk about. That was the governor of Oyo State, Chief Makinde, speaking now with regards to the mishap in his state where lives and properties were lost. About 12 lives precisely were lost over the weekend. And yes, political points were scored or were aiming to be scored by different people who they taken the moment to see, well, this is what we are saying, you know, and they went on and on and on with regards to what they think is best and what the whole city is all about. I'll bring you in a short while from now. There's an interesting perspective to what he said. A whole tribe now should not pay for the sins of one man. So how do we go about navigating through this very tensed political time where even the Inspector General of Police just deployed intervention force to Oyo State over the incident at the crisis that occurred there? You know, it's took on a major outlook. And we're seeing a situation where about 7 northern governors, this sitting with the federal government, and yes, Shegumi was on hand as well, to speak about you know, what he thinks is best in that situation. We're seeing a little bit of ethnic tensions where power and justice seems completely imbalanced. I bring up the conversation next with you. Stay with me right here.
You are listening to Hard Facts with Femi D Live. Hard Facts.
Stay with your #1 talk station wherever you go. Wherever you go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. Like our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Nigeria Info Abuja.
Listen and watch us live on www.nigeriainfo.fm/Abuja. Chat with us on WhatsApp 080-999-30137. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/Nigeria Info FM.
Connect with us, stay in touch, and never miss the latest updates.
Only on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info, your #1 news, sports, and talk station.
All right, welcome back to the show. I also have a news feed coming in where the Plateau State Governor Samuel Along has frowned at the recurring killings in some villages of Basa Local Government Council, asking security agencies to do everything possible to put a stop to the situation. Governor Along, while reacting to the recent killing of 4 persons following attacks in some villages in Kwali districts of the local government, said the development was worrisome and intolerable. The governor, who had directed the peace building agency to visit the area and get to the roots of the killing, said the situation must be brought under control immediately to prevent further degeneration. He said, and I quote him now, I want all those involved in these crimes to be arrested and made to face the full weight of the law. While this is going on, the machinery for dialogue, reconciliation, confidence building should be vigorously pursued by the peace building agency with the support of the newly constituted Interfaith Council. We will not tolerate any act that takes us back to the dark days of violence and destruction. And of course, now, while also commiserating with the families of those killed, the governor said all citizens must be security conscious and avoid any conduct that will jeopardize peaceful coexistence of the area and the state. Well, that statement was released just about an hour ago by the Director of Press and Public Affairs to the Governor of Plateau State, Dr. Marcus Simon Macham. Did put up that, not just for everybody to know, Governor Lalong directed security agencies to all killings in Bassa villages, as we would have it. So, on one hand, you have killings in us. I can't even say one hand. We literally right now that doesn't hold. You need a lot of hands to be able to describe the situation with the internal security in the country. It would be very incorrect for me to say on many hands. No, definitely not. Okay, in every way you can count, we have Oyo State where the flames of ethnicity difference and differences have been escalating. You have a Plateau State where a similar situation, a man with Plateau State comes down with a lot of historic motion around religion, ethnicity, and acceptance issues, mainly over and over again. So you have all that. But one fundamental takeaway from all that's going on, and I wonder what you come or what you make of this, is a whole tribe should not pay for the sins of one man. Yes, that is a popular saying, but how true is that? Do you think there's a way to rejig how we speak when truth is tilting between power and justice? When what you're looking out for is, oh, this is justice, and it looks like some people are more powerful than the other in the conversation. Because I guess what we find in our internal security situation, very challenging now, is the need to understand how the truth finds its way somewhere between the bridge between power and justice. How do you resolve that? How really do you resolve that in Oyo State? How do you resolve that in Plateau State? How do you resolve that in Kaduna State? How do you resolve that? Not to mention of so many of the other states of the Federation where it looks like small issue like this, people are ready to go after each other's throats in order just to prove a point, which is terrible, by the way, which is literally very terrible, by the way. And also, let me confirm to you that President Mohammed Buhari has extended his congratulations to the new Director General of the World Trade Organization, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She stays on from the 1st of March. She's the first woman and first African to lead that team from the 1st of March. And President Mohammed Buhari has extended his congratulations to her. And of course, he was excited about the fact that they backed her all the way in this regard. Also, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission says they've arrested a disc jockey, that's a DJ, Blessed Mike, is to spend 6 months in prison for cloning the Facebook account of a former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukubu retired, and Maria Dangote, the daughter of industrialist Aliko Dangote, appeared to clone their account, what will be described as social crime. So EFCC did nab him. The DJ Blessed Michael, will spend 6 months in jail. And yes, messages of joy and congratulations continue to go out to Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, including the latest from the President of the Senate, Ahmed Ibrahim Lawa, who is super excited about this situation and says, well, this is history being made. Okay, all right, let me get back to you on this. A whole tribe should not be paying for the sins of one man. So how do you get the truth to find its way now somewhere between power and justice? The lines are up and they're open for you now. 0946000951. You can also join in on 08095974869. If you're writing to me, please do write good now on Telegram or WhatsApp, okay? Write clearly, if I may say, on 0809999. That's 999-30137. Oh, yes, that's really interesting to get your messages there. At Nigerian Info ABJ is also great to send your tweets across. Yep. I have an eye open. I have one corner eye on that, if I can say it that way. I'm looking at that account as well to follow your tweets. At FMD Live is what I go by, and I'm close by on my own Twitter handle as well. Oh, by the way, I'm streaming on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page, FMD Live. All right, let's keep up with your thoughts on this. Welcome to the show.
Femidi, good evening.
Good evening to you. Good to have you on the show.
My name is Godfrey Femidi.
Let's talk, Godfrey.
You can see that this is clearly a failure in leadership. During Obasanjo, Gani Adams and Ayemi were in charge of OPC then when there was crisis. They arrested both of them, put them in jail. It was Yaradua that released him. He is from the Yoruba tribe. And his people, these are leaders of a Yoruba group. He didn't care about that. He picked them up and locked them up. So, Asani Dokumbo rose up from Niger Delta. He also picked him up. All of them were in detention. Almost, I think, throughout his tenure. He made sure that whoever, no matter who you are, no matter the tribe, that he tells you, and that kept the country safe. But what do we have today? Look at the effect. And of course, because he did that to Gani Adams and Fermi, every other tribe kept quiet and watched off. Nobody can say, because they knew that the government will take action against whoever. But what do we have today? A complete opposite. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you as well for that. Okay. Interesting perspective, though. Welcome to the show.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yes. Abubakar for Suleja.
Oh, welcome, my dear friend. Welcome. Let's talk.
I also congratulated Okojo Iweala. I am a Chelsea fan. I personally fought for her. By the special grace of God, you have achieved the S and the thank God for that. Donald wanted to do his whole, I don't know how to call him, but God bring him down to bring somebody that will make Okojo Iweala to be raised in the whole world. So I congratulate them for that.
Yes, I'm with you.
The insecurities on Plateau State, Kaduna, Niger State, Oyo State. You see that President wants the ethnic group that want to cause mayhem in our country will be dealt with. The comment made by Bauchi State Governor, we have not sent any strong message from presidency to him that this morning people review that he was explaining that the reason that he said men should be carrying AK-47 to defend themselves. The federal government licensed gun for men. What is the farmers that they are destroying their crop and here over the lecture? What is the federal government did for also approve guns for the farmers? So they should call the governor of Bauchi State for interrogation. If that have not done, we are not satisfied with any actual federal government want to take.
Okay.
They should come in, invite him, indict him for interrogation so that who give him that go ahead to approve gun for herdsmen to be killing people in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for taking your time to share that with us. Oh, that is it. Let's move on now. I'm keeping up with your messages as they come in on WhatsApp now. Good afternoon, Femi D. At least all your people will know that they have a governor alive to his duty. Would we be able to say the same of some of our leaders? Maybe he would do something similar to Marimana from Lube is asking that. Femi D, the fifth columnist says social media have negative reports about stoking disunity among Nigerians. The federal, state, and local governments, respectively, are now up to their responsibilities. We nip it in the bud before it's too late. I also agree with the Oyo State governor. We should stop transfer of anger because of one man's offense and inflict injury on the whole nation. Radio Senator Baba MC writes the team. Okay. Somebody says Gani Adams and Fashion were never arrested. Please confirm. No caller should misinform. Please, Calvin in Abuja challenges that position. Welcome to the show.
Nothing breaks the news.
Oh yeah,
Like the news.
like the news. I agree with you.
Remedy.
Yes, sir.
Happy to hear your voice.
Welcome, sir.
I want to thank the first caller, Mr. Godfrey. You see, when you have the kind of government we have today, this is what you expect. You know, I wanted to call when your case was on phone, the lawyer, but he didn't pick my call. I wanted to ask a few questions because I had the message somebody sent. Why those that are in court challenging what the president did is mostly for a particular place. I was happy and proud that I'm from that part of the place because they are the people that want to do the right thing. And kudos to them. And congratulations to my dear sister, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Remedy.
Yes, with you.
It is very unfortunate what we are facing today. Honestly speaking, we saw this thing coming. We saw it coming. And we explained to Nigerians, but they don't believe us. Today, this is where we are.
Okay.
If right thing is not done now, I strongly believe in that prophecy of that prophet from Ibadan, 2016. This is what is exactly happening.
Let's stay off prophecies. Let's stay with facts. Okay.
But truth must be told. Let right thing be done.
Okay. Interesting thoughts. Thank you so much. I'd like to take one more call before I break it off for commercials. Okay. Stay with me. Who is joining in? Welcome to the show.
Well, my brother, my name is Benga.
All right, Benga, welcome.
Yes. Let me tell you something. The issue of your state, the governor should be blamed for whatever happened in that state.
Why?
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I am.
The reason is that when the man gave ultimatum that the Fulanis should leave the community, the governor did not do anything. And the man carried out his threat. The day he went to that community, before the following day, the bomb houses, people died. He now turned into a local champion. And from that time, he has encouraged lawlessness. You see, our governors, they will say that they don't have power over the Bolivarian Center. They have the power. So that sometimes they have done some political something that made them not use their power. Before that day, why can't the governor have gone to that community or send the city? The city is sent letter and said, please go and investigate what is happening there. If the city has gone there, the government entourage has gone there, or whatever they call it here, we don't have the audacity to go and challenge anybody there again. But because the government should have do, that's why what is happening.
Okay.
And look at the consequence now. What happened in Shapa, where they call this place? Where
Shasha.
people actually, it's because of that we will now be okay, we can take it into our hands. And it should not be like that. Our government should rise up to the occasion. It's not only wait on the president's speech. You are the CEO of that state.
But many of them tell you they're not the CEO, they're not the chief security officers, they're just a title.
Who sent the city there? What the one that sent the city to that place again after the mayhem has happened? My friend, let me tell you, this country, we can make better here if everybody do what is supposed to do, not waiting for the president.
All right. Well, interesting thoughts from being good there. Stay with me right here on Nigeria Info. I go for a break. After the break, I'll take more of your calls in. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hard Facts. With the enigmatic Femi D Live. 95.1 Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Make I show you the toilet where you gonna share with the other neighbors.
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean come white like this, eh?
See, wasn't it they use take cleaner and kill the yamayama jams come out.
Private toilets clean cleaner. Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with Hypo Toilet Cleaner to keep it sparkling clean, gem-free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only.
Madam, now 2 years land on one collect.
We go pay for 6 years. Yes. Thank you. I love it.
Sorry, ma, please put your mask back on.
Oh, sorry. It's hard to control my excitement when I get free data to use as I like.
Your mask, ma. That's right. Get up to 36 gigabytes to use for 6 months when you buy any 2 smartphones of your choice and choose someone from any global. Remember, keep your mask on. Through your excitement. This smartphone festival offer is exclusive to Global World stores from the 8th to the 22nd of February 2021.
To all the mothers in Nigeria, we congratulate you for progress on your journey, for all your efforts. While taking care of your family, you also did give up taking care of yourself. We congratulate you and all Molfix mothers. You are always the number one. Now, Nigeria's number one choice of mothers have Molfix Air Dry baby diapers. Thanks to Molfix Air Dry, now babies and mothers enjoy the ultimate kiss. Come and join mothers who experience Molfix Air Dry baby diapers.
Hello, my girl. I'm about to start a meeting. I can't see you in the office. Where are you? Hey, boss. I'm still at home. I have a painful headache. I know it's an important meeting, but not sure whether I can make it. My girl, I understand. Don't worry. Take Brustan Extra. It contains ibuprofen, paracetamol, and caffeine, and provides fast relief from headache. I am sure you'll feel better soon. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We must start the meeting, so Michael is not here. Hey, no! Michael! Brustan Extra really works. Brustan Extra, fast relief from headache, available in pharmacies near you. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Brustan Extra, a quality product from Rambaxi, a Sun Pharma company.
Charles! Yes, mommy? Go and bring 2 sachets of Hypobit for me. Why 2? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs. But I don't see any germs here. They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only Hypobit to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfectant power. A little bit of that. I believe that we all can do is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, what is wrong when you can have 2? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Chocolate ice cream with vanilla too. Yes, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Enjoy the double delight of rich chocolate and creamy vanilla in the Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a little bit of this and that. Fun Ice Vanilla and Chocolate Ice Cream. It's a good mix. Another quality product from Fine Milk Nigeria PLC.
The cousin that hogs all the foods. The niece who's allergic to everything.
No, thank you. I'm allergic.
The uncle with a burping problem. The bestie that finishes the last of the Coca-Cola. We all know one, but meals wouldn't be the same without them. Coca-Cola and meals together taste better. So that's how we got to the restaurant too. It was Sore throats. It's also caused by bacteria and viruses. Feels like you're having a party in your throat. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Full antibacterial action in 1 lozenge.
So sweet. It was amazing.
Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please consult a doctor.
Oncoditis. What are cavities? And how does Colgate protect my teeth from cavities? Does it use cold food?
No, dear. Most tooth pains are caused by tooth cold cavities. When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavities.
It's time to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate unlocks calcium in.
Colgate is recommended by the Nigerian Dental Association.
Stay with your number one talk station wherever you go. Wherever you go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ. Like our Facebook fan page, facebook.com/Nigeria Info Abuja.
Listen and watch us live on www.nigeriainfo.fm/Abuja. Chat with us on WhatsApp 080-999-30137. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/NigeriaInfoFM.
Connect with us, stay in touch, and never miss the latest updates.
Only on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info, your #1 news, sports, and talk station.
We are the talk. We are the talk station of the nation.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
A great talk show unravels your thinking, makes you stop to listen, engages you in a debate of opinions.
I believe this man knows what he's doing. He is a Nigerian.
And ultimately brings you to the king of talk radio, Femi D Live.
Thanks for staying with me right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. It's 5:41 p.m. and there's more to talk about.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Hard Facts with the enigmatic Femi D Live.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
Now, checking in with some other stories still connected to this issue of the whole tribe should not pay for the sins of one man. Let me share with you a little bit of the deliberation that was going on between several governors and the federal government, alongside with some representatives, including Sheikh Gumi, who was present. Listen to some of the things that were said in the room.
Good morning, sir. We also have the IGP of police as represented by the Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State, Mr. Omar Kori.
Peace and progress in this nation. That's why I'm happy to attend this town hall meeting, especially when we have a new cadre of security chief. The mayor coming here shows that the government is really proactive and the government is now really serious. It wants to tackle the insecurity in the nation. And I think it will deserve our effort. And I'm calling for all clergy, Muslims and Christians. This is the time for you to come out and forget any differences and any rancor you have. Please go into your churches, go into your mosques. Reach out to people in the rural areas. Reach out to them and tell them, look, this is possible in Nigeria, and Nigeria's prosperity is possible, and we have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. So I thank the government for organizing this town hall meeting, and I seriously hope that it will achieve in downstream change. As for what is happening in the Southwest, we should see that it's just minority miscreants that are trying to divide the nation. We should never take the laws into our hands. Let me speak for Islam, because I'm a Muslim faith. In the Quran, Allah told us, وإذا جاءهم أمر من الأمن أو الخوف أذاعوا به ولو ردوه إلى الرسول وإلى أولي الأمر منهم لعلمه الذين يستنبطونه منهم. The Quran is saying that whenever something of fear or something of security comes to people, they go on and spread it. They go into media or everything and spread it. No, this is not the way to do it. Take things back to the authority. The authority will know how to tackle it. So I'm very happy now that the authority itself is seeking to answer. It's asking people, what do you want? What can we do? So this is a very big step in solving the problem, and I hope the solution will come also. Thank you very much.
And that was Sheikh Gumi speaking about the fact that the government was now in the room alongside with leaders, and they're interacting with regards to what works and how things should be. Now, listen to what the Katsina governor did say about this.
Northwestern part of Nigeria. For the people of Kaduna, we have met here several times. The governors in Northwest discuss issues of security. However, today's meeting is significant in the sense that it is initiated by the Office of the National Security Advisor to the new service chief and security heads to signify the importance the federal government has attached to the issue of security, not only in northwestern part of Nigeria, but in the whole of the country. We are here once again to deliberate and to hear and to organize ourselves. We, in the northwestern part of this country, we have a history. We started meeting way back in 2016 to see how we can address the issue of cattle rustling then. It later developed into banditry, kidnapping, arson, rape, and all other forms of criminality. So the meeting today is a wake-up call for all of us, especially those governors of northwestern part of this country, in order to fulfill the responsibilities and duties of the government for protecting life and property of its citizens.
And that was Aminu Masar, the governor of Katsina State, also speaking, saying, well, it's good that we're all in the room to talk about this, all from different, from very close parts of the country, and we should have peculiar solutions to some of the challenges that we're facing. But, that just comes at the point where the Oyo State governor just not too long ago when I played what he said the whole tribe should not pay for the sins of one man at a very critical time as what we're having in the country. Some are even saying that, well, this is the time we should turn the corner and get the president should actually speak up to make a statement that may come close to balancing things. I said may come close to balancing the situation we're observing. Of course, the Minister of Defense, Magashi, was critical of governors and said, you guys can't just, this is me paraphrasing now, you guys can't just speak up and speak up in different ways, criticizing and providing not things less than a solution to the situation we have on ground. And that's not really helping anybody. Some say, oh, you carry AK-47. The other ones are saying, no, we will negotiate. The other ones saying all kinds of things. I mean, he was very critical of the governors recently. I listened a little bit to that. He said this is a time to approach things in civilized words. There's a way in which governments around the world engage insurgents, kidnappers, and the likes of that. That was the position of the Minister of Defense, Magashi, when he described the situation. But then, a whole tribe should not pay for the sins of one man. Well, how then do you get truth to balance somewhere between power and justice? Let's go back to the phone lines now. 0946 00951. You can also join in on 08095974869. If you're on Telegram, oh, great. And yes, if you're on WhatsApp, even better. On 08099930137. That's where you find us. Go on, write in. Let me know what you think. And now joining for ABJ at Family Life will do fine on all our social media platforms. You should be able to connect with us. I'm looking out for your message. I have one more story that I'd like to read for you just before the news. But let's take the course first, and then we'll get to that story where we have the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights saying they think the president has failed. Welcome to the show. Good evening to you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for a job well done, or at least give us the background, the summation of the news events, and that of some governors, and also the clarity that suggests that the amnesty should be given to the bandits. It is good. Keep it up. We are proud of Nigeria Info.
Thank you, sir.
This is how nations build their nation. You do the background work, and then you allow citizens to contribute. To my own understanding, to be honest with you, governors are the major problem in this country. And that is where we are getting it wrong, because we don't pay much attention to the submission and also the activities of these governors. You can imagine if governors collect the security votes, and when they are to control the political opponents, they have the power to deploy the security personnel to control their opponents during the electionary and the other time. But when it is time to provide security for their people, they say no, we don't have the power, we lack the capacity to do that. These governors can use the little resources they call the security board to work with the traditional rulers. We have seen it before during the Obasanjo time, to mobilize these local vigilantes to provide security on the road and also in the area. They have done it before.
Okay.
But I don't know why they are not doing it now again. This is how nobody stopped them from doing that. And then you realize that everything will now say the federal government. When the federal government went in to the activities of the government, which is some Nigeria will be complaining, why are you so much interfering with the government? The government has some level of independence to operate as a executive officer of their state without the interference of the federal government. But it is quite unfortunate that we have to ensure that these governors do their work. We have to hold them accountable for most of the things that is going on in our other state. That is how we build nation. We have to keep the sentiment aside. We have to keep the sentiment aside. We have to believe that this country belongs to all of us.
All right.
That is why our nation.
Let's leave it at that with you. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. Interesting thoughts you do share. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Brother Family.
Yes, good evening to you.
Mr. Pius, calling from my camera.
Oh, good to connect with you. Welcome. Let's talk now.
One tribe will not suffer for the sins of one man. Who is this one tribe and who is this one man? And one has also listened to the meetings of the governors, and people have all been speaking grammar here and there.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say that many of us are not really in the place where this thing is happening to people. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you, Mr. Pius.
Where these things are happening to people, where they have been feeling the pinch, where people, wives, mothers, sisters have been killed, have been raped, farmlands have been destroyed, and cocoa trees have been cut down, cashew trees have been destroyed. And then
So
because
they are
of they have been talking today, I've not heard one of them say, you that is carrying guns up and down in somebody's somebody's from. Stop carrying guns. You that is raping other people's wife, other people's mother, other people's sister, stop doing it. Stop doing it. If Brother Femi,
Yes, Mr. Pius. Yes, Mr. Pius.
There is this book on Sudan, South Sudan, Darfur. And what people need to know, written by one Andrew Nasio. Can you understand? When this thing started cropping up in 2015, 2016, when the people started moving downwards, if you read that book, you will get to know exactly what happened between Sudan and South Sudan. The killings, the maimings, the raping, the some people carrying property away. That is exactly what is transpiring in our country today. I would prefer that our leaders, they hit the nail on the head.
And stop it.
Those that are doing bad, stop doing it.
Okay.
Don't rub another person's wife.
Thank you, Mr. Pius. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Pius. Somebody says even the land in central area, even though it's in the center, still belongs to somebody. That's something I heard today. I cannot let go of that. It just sounds so hilarious that even if a land is central, it still belongs to somebody. It doesn't exist in isolation.
Good day, my brother.
Yes, Binga, welcome back.
Yes, you see, like the caller said, the governor had the power to tackle some major part of the security because they are community based. For example, Lagos State, when the people from Ilake and this Delta area were invading Lagos, kidnapping people from secondary school, somebody was there. What did he do? He set up neighborhood watch. They're like community police. On his own, just went to the National Army Assembly, they passed the law and set it up. No governor, nobody could challenge it because that's the power of the state. Another thing he did was to set up RRS in Lagos. That one with the police. The police were assigned to that duty. You see their face unlawful RRS.
That's a rapid response squad. Rapid response squad.
And he was able to quit all this backrobbing that are happening along the coastal area in Lekki. They quit everything. That's the power of the governor. They can do it. All these bandits, kidnapping happening.
So, but Benga, what happens when the governors who share boundaries see things differently? I mean, Kaduna State is in the northwest, but it's surrounded with at least 4 other states would supposedly have their own theory of what is going on, different from the governor there in Kaduna State.
Let me tell you something. You can start something. All this I'm pointing to you, the RRS and the neighborhood watch was started in Lagos. Before the Amotekun, they are not confined the whole north and southwest.
Yes, true.
The governor start something within their territory to step down kidnapping. Kidnapping is community based. Somebody that will kidnap somebody,
must know.
You know the state is the community. When they carry that person, they will not carry him from Ogun State to Lagos or to Kaduna. They will keep him in the forest within Ogun State.
I see.
Our forests are infected with this bandit.
All right, my brother, let's leave it at that with you.
It's really the power of the governor to establish.
Okay.
I flush that bandit from our forest.
All right, thank you so much, Benga. I've got room for 2 more calls. I have room, rather, for 2 more calls. Let's listen to you now. Welcome to the show.
Hello, family.
How are you today, sir?
Thank you so much. Goodwill from Lube.
Welcome.
You see, from everything I'm hearing here, they are trying to shield the president from all these things. The president is the #1 person in security of Nigeria. The essence of government is for security and protection of lives and property. Now everybody is beating about talking of governors. Governors don't control police. Governors don't control soldiers. When Ondo said about sorry my dear, that these people should leave the forest, you had the reaction from the president. If the president has supported them to show that the governor has that authority to do what he's supposed to do, maybe at that point in time, those criminals would have left. But because they felt they got some passive support from their above, they maintained their ground. And in fact, started talking tough. The president should not be shielded from all these things. He is responsible. He should speak out. Look at what the governor spoke. The word from a leader can suit back, can mellow that tension. Why are we not hearing from our president? We deserve to hear from him.
But obviously, when if the president chooses to speak, if he chooses to speak, many people are even always still critical of his choice of words.
The issue is that he should speak. He needs the opportunity to speak to us when the National Assembly invited him. He needs to speak. He's our leader. The governor, you see, when they are talking of all these RRS, when it is involved, maybe within the tribe, we're talking of intertribal something now. We're talking of Fulani, which is of the president's ethnic floor.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Fulani. We're talking about all tribes and how they interact with each other. We're not picking out the Fulani. Yes.
It was between 2 local tribes. We're talking of people now from different ethnic backgrounds.
Okay.
And the people have that perception that the president has soft spot for some group.
Okay.
So that is what is spoiling everything. You need to speak up, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you, dear friend. Let's step away from the. Okay, I'm stepping away from the mic. I wanted to say step away from your phone. I wonder how that would be. Well, let's go on a break now. Short music break, and then shortly after, the news comes up next. This is Nigeria Info.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Hard Fact with the enigmatic Femi D Live. 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Stay with your #1 talk station wherever you go. Wherever you go. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ.
Yeah, I'll put in the commercial. Yeah, like I'll put it here, I'll put it on like this.
Oh, yes.
Listen and watch us live on www.nigeriainfo.com/Abuja. Chat with us on WhatsApp 080-309-3017. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/NigeriaInfoFM.
Stay in touch and never miss the latest
Me
updates.
or you? I look like a secondary school.
Nigeria Info.